What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, checking out the brand new Salamangreat spell card that just got revealed. This is coming out of Dark Neostorm, and it is another impressive addition to the archetype. As your Salamangreat expert and master duelist slash enthusiast, I feel like I am definitely qualified to talk about any Salamangreat card, and of course I get really excited anytime there is a new card revealed. Now, so far when it comes to like spell cards in the archetype, Konami has a really good track record. Fusion of Fire, Circle, Sanctuary, Will of the Salamangreats are all excellent. They've only had a couple of blunders. Claw's not that good, and I forget the name of the ritual spell, but also we don't run that either. I'm talking about like from a competitive standpoint. This is another card that we will definitely be adding to the deck. This is Salamangreat Recurrence. It's a normal spell card. Both of the effects are hard once per turn. First effect is the main effect. It says target 2 Salamangreat monsters with different names in your graveyard, add them to your hand. Second effect says if this set card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Salamangreat spell slash trap card from your deck to your hand, except another copy of Recurrence. So I think that even if you don't know that much about the archetype, you can understand that from a numerical standpoint, this card is obviously solid. It's one spell that gets you 2 monsters. Obviously, simple math tells you that's a +1. So when I look at Recurrence, I think that this will help the Salamangreat archetype out in 3 legitimate ways. Number 1, it'll help you get some of those extra deck monsters, especially the Salamangreat ones, back into your extra deck. That is really important, especially with the reincarnation link. You can burn through your Salamangreat monsters really quickly, and if you don't have access to those, you're probably going to lose. I know that there are inherent ways like Sunlight Wolf and Jack Jaguar of putting those monsters back, but generally Sunlight Wolf, when you're adding a card from your graveyard to your hand, you want to be trying to get back your own Salamangreat monsters to your hand. You want to be able to add back Ash Blossoms and stuff to disrupt your opponent, not really using it on your extra deck, so that'll obviously help you. The second way is obviously like the massive recovery plays. These are, duels that are dragging out. Maybe you're in a super grindy duel against your opponent. You top deck this turn 4, turn 5, when, a lot of resources have been expended by both players. You guys have seen the competitive duels that I posted where I top deck a Gazelle and I just win because of it, because the card ends up producing like a +4 or something like that. Being able to use that as or being able to hit that more reliably, being able to get your Gazelle back from the graveyard and a Foxy is just insane. Honestly, those 2 cards alone can net you like a +5 in Salamangreat. So the recovery of this card is just going to be amazing the longer the duel goes. And then the last would be working with the Salamangreat monsters that have the discard like utility effects. This would include things like Salamangreat Mirror, Salamangreat Foxer, that's another one. Salamangreat Foul, that's one that can send cards from your hand or field to the graveyard to lock down your opponent's back row. Salamangreat Raccoon protects your Salamangreat monsters from battle, gives you some life points. All of these cards do have kind of like discarding in their effects, and it's really nice because now you'd be able to potentially use something like a Foxer, pop your opponent's back row with the MST like effect, and then use your Recurrence, add it back to your hand, and then normal summon it and use it for like an Exceed or a Link summon. So not only are these cards inherently already strong, but Recurrence is just going to make them even better because now you can get those resources right back if you needed them, and you can use those resources to normal summon or Link summon or Exceed summon or whatever, while still being able to get the utility effect. So honestly, this is a fantastic card. As crazy as it sounds, this will probably be a one of in the archetype. I would run 1. You guys might be like, Cap, why not run 3 or something like that? The thing about Salamangreats is almost every effect and every card in the damn archetype is a hard once per turn. So you really can't afford to ever draw multiple copies of the same card because for the most part, it just doesn't work. You really don't ever want 2 of the same card in your opening hand with a Salamangreat. And this is a card that you can technically send to the graveyard with Gazelle and recover with Sunlight Wolf. So, obviously it's kind of pseudo searchable, but whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. People have talked about Salamangreats maybe getting a synchro. Honestly, I don't want a synchro. What I really want is a Link 4. That would definitely be nice, Konami, if you're watching this. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, turn on that notification bell, and check out these other videos I know you'll enjoy.